Welcome to The Plus Ones, a podcast serving wedding advice and hot takes from the Blue Ridge to the upstate. I'm Taylor, your co-host, and I share this platform with my good friend and wedding planner, Kat. We're seasoned wedding plus ones who aren't afraid to say the quiet parts out loud. So whether you're newly engaged or knee-deep in vendor quotes, we're here to help you make sense of the madness. Let's get started. Hi, plus ones. Welcome back. Today we are talking about the House Boheme event that we put on this past weekend. Well, when you're listening to it, it'll be the weekend before, but we have lots of thoughts, lots of opinions. We just want to tell you all about it and what an amazing time we had. Talk about the vendors and give you a chance to feel like you were there with us.
Yes, a true experience through your ears.
An ear experience.
So we had a great event on Sunday. It was at the House Boheme in Rutherfordton, North Carolina. It was what we kept lovingly referring to as a big fake wedding. Just as you would think it is, we had everything that a normal wedding would have. It's just that it wasn't a real ceremony and basically everything was staged, but in a very intentional, authentic way that felt very true to the venue. And really the reason why we do things like a big fake wedding or a style shoot, a lot of my friends that aren't in the industry were kind of asking, like, why wouldn't you just use photos from like a wedding? It's so different when you are taking photos from, let's say, a wedding, because you're not being able to handpick those vendors. You're not being able to pick the ceremony location. Like you're able to do the things that you want to do and you want to encourage your clients to see for potential use. So it was just a really cool experience to be a part of.
Yeah, it was awesome. And also it gives vendors a chance to really like showcase their talents and their creativity, because a lot of times we don't get to do like fun stuff, go kind of out of the box and things like that. So it's a good way to just be creative and show your artistry without having a lot of pressure on you. Like yesterday, I felt so laid back and like so just in my element because I got to just take my time and enjoy it and have a good time and not stress about a timeline, not stress about like family formals, things like that. So I just got to be creative and I got to be with all my favorite people, and it was just a really amazing day.
It was a super chill day, which was just really, it was a great venue. I cannot speak higher about House Boheme.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
It just, Coco and Emerson that own the venue are just two really incredibly talented people. Coco did all of the tablescapes, all of the flowers, everything by hand with her and a few of her family members. And it was just amazing what they were able to accomplish in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Did they have a wedding that Saturday, the day before?
I don't think they did, because I mentioned that I had one and she was like, oh, that sucks. So I think she would have said probably us too.
Right. Okay. I think I was getting confused because you said you had a wedding on the
Yeah. Yeah, I had a wedding a day before.
How did that wedding go?
It went good. I was hoping we might could do like a recap of our week, but it went so good. I second shot for Wilder Weddings, and it was at the Grove Park. And it was just so, oh my God, it was so beautiful. The budget for flowers was insane. And the flowers were just, did I send you pictures?
I don't think I saw anything.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. I'll just have to show you. But it was such a great event. But my feet are killing me. I ordered a new pair of shoes today.
Good for you. What kind of shoes did you
order? I ordered Hoka's. I ordered the nursing Hoka's.
That's even better.
I'm like, I need something like strong because I'm on my feet so much. And I usually do on clouds, but they're just not cutting it. I don't know. Like my feet should not be hurting so badly after a wedding. And they're hurting.
So what I learned just about my body when I was doing events at the Equestrian Center, this was the best piece of advice I could have been given, is don't wear the same shoes like back to back. You need to change it up so that you get like better blood flow. There's some reason for it, but that has helped me tremendously. And that's why I try to change my shoes throughout the event day. I don't think I did yesterday, but for anybody out there that struggles with being on their feet a lot, the best thing that's helped me is just changing up my feet. if
Yeah.
I'm traveling, changing my socks, it's like I'm given a new it's better than taking a quick shower, honestly. Just
Yeah.
a fresh pair of socks.
Socks do feel good to be changed. I agree. It's
So
like bras for your feet.
I'm glad we were able to cover this. That's our show. We'll talk to you
Yeah.
guys next week.
We also, yeah, I know that's off topic, but I just wanted to tell the world that I got a new pair of tennis shoes and I want everyone to be excited for me.
I'm excited.
Thank you. Yeah. So, do we want to highlight all the vendors, like go through all the vendors, talk individually about them and what they brought to the table? And
So, what my notes are, it reads as the timeline goes on. So, I'd like to try and highlight the vendors as we move throughout the day, just so it kind of stays in chronological order.
yeah, we can do that.
And so I can organize my memories a little bit more.
Okay, so let's do that. Just let's start from the top and go from there.
So, the first thing that we did when we got to the venue, or at least when I got to the venue, Taylor was already organizing some detail items for detail shots up in the upper bedroom where we found this really cool tiled coffee table. And we were able to find like a lot of just little pieces around the venue that we used, like the turquoise jewelry that was handmade for the event by Liza Makes Jewelry. One of the venue owner's friends had hand created everything. And then I had printed off invitations for the event. Also, the event title was The Slow Burn. It was sexy.
That is a good name. I mean, it was a good name. Who listens to this podcast? I just need to know what's our demographic.
It's just my dad. And I'm pretty sure he listens to it at like 5x.
That makes it so much funnier. Okay, all right. Sorry.
Tell us about details, or can you like chime in on this since you were
Yeah.
also present? Or am I just going to carry this on my damn back?
Yes, the details. The details were amazing. The I just thought of like a funny moment. The table was so gorgeous. It was like this blue turquoise table. It was like marble, or I mean marble, tiled. It was tiled. And I was like, hey, Coco, where'd you get that table? Anthropology? And she was like, no, it's vintage. And I was like, there would never be anthropology in this house because everything is from Morocco or, or a thrift store.
She told me I was telling her, I'm like, oh my gosh, that table outside, not the table that we're talking about, the table outside. It's so gorgeous. And she's like, thanks. I made it when this boy broke my heart.
She made that green table?
Not the I don't think it was the green table. I think it was the one that had the cake on it that was like
Oh, they're so talented. She's so talented. I can't even.
so freaking
And the
talented.
chandeliers outside are from a Vegas strip club.
A Vegas strip club. And
It's amazing there.
I don't know what those chandeliers were doing in a Vegas strip club.
I know, right? They belong to House Boheme this entire
Yeah.
time. We're so good. So good. But yeah, details were great. I loved the turquoise. It definitely was definitely a vibe for the
And
venue for sure.
I was a little concerned that the turquoise was going to lean a little bit too like Western or even a
Yeah.
little bit too much Native American, but it really went. The colors went so well with everything else that we had going on.
I think it did lean that way a little bit more with the lace dress, but when she put the silk dress on, I think it was like the perfect balance. And the only details vendor was Liza Makes Jewelry, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She did.
And we also used the detachable sleeves from the dress from Love Me Some Lace in Inman,
Yeah. No.
and that was beautiful. I love those sleeves. Then instead of doing like traditional hair and makeup, we ended up using an esthetician, Amber Glow's Aesthetics, to have the model bride that we had get a facial. Our model bride, her name was Bethany, and she was gorgeous and amazing and had the most beautiful hair I have ever seen. So she was kind of our muse throughout the entire day. She is a friend of the venue owners, and we could not have asked for a better model. So she got a little facial while she was getting ready. Taylor photographed those details, which was really awesome. The other people that we had in the room with us, we had a new content creator that I have recently met that is now my best friend. Her name is Allie, and her business name is The Content Friend. We also had a videographer. Remind me the videographer's name because I have it two different ways.
Betsabe.
Is that
But
how you say it?
yeah, but she goes by B, so you could say
That's
that.
a lot easier for me to say.
Yeah.
What's her company name?
Fragoso Weddings.
Fregoso Weddings. She's based out of Asheville, right?
She's everywhere. Like
Well,
Mexico, Italy, Spain, like all the places. She's a nomad, from my
oh my
understanding.
God. And she dared to bless us with her presence in
She's
Polk
incredible.
County.
I could talk about her for like an entire hour, so let's pencil that in.
Other people that we had in the room at this point. Did we have anybody else filming? It was just you, the content creator, and the videographer, right?
My lovely husband,
Yes. How could we
who
forget?
who brought the snacks, Amber's boyfriend or
Yes.
husband,
Oh, he was lovely.
Wes was his name. He was great. He is an acupuncturist, which is really cool. And then the model's weasel boyfriend.
We have a lot of words about the boyfriend, but we're pretty confident he's not going to listen to our I'm pretty confident that nobody's going to listen to this podcast. So I think it's a safe space.
Yeah, it probably really is a safe space. But yeah, ugh. Anyway.
We'll get into the boyfriend later because it hasn't happened yet in our timeline.
But I want to talk about Amber because she's the most wonderfully down to earth,
I don't think her name was
gentle.
Amber. I thought her name was Paige.
Wait a minute, why is that her business name?
I don't know. Hang on, let me look. I love
Is
that
her
we're learning that.
is her Amber Glow Aesthetics? Amber, like
I'm aware, but I was
no, I'm saying amber like the
oh, like the jewel.
like the jewel.
Hang on, I'm going to confirm.
Paige, that does sound right. Paige sounds right.
How are you going to possibly edit?
Who knows this girl's name? It's got to be Paige. Wait, here's a picture of her.
Paige Kimball.
Hey, I'm Paige, not Amber. But I think it's cute when people call me that.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
That is so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna keep calling her Amber. Okay. Anyway,
Let me redo all that.
I'm gonna have to cut so much. Ugh. Yes, her name is Paige, not Amber. We have just recently discovered this information.
I knew her name was Paige.
I forgot her name was Paige because names don't stick in my brain. They melt off. I don't know. Anyway, she was incredible and I loved her and she was so gentle and kind and just so wonderful and soft and her energy was incredible. I want to go visit her and have a facial done.
So next we had actually you ended up taking the model downstairs to the downstairs bathroom to do a couple of shots. You remember? You look confused.
Yes. No, I was thinking about this. Oh, hey, Dustin.
We should interview Dustin.
Yeah, bring him in.
He's got to fix it, but he'll be back after that.
The toilet?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your toilet?
It's like not attached to the ground anymore.
Oh my God. Okay, let's get back on the track. Okay, so I took the model downstairs into the lower bathroom, the master bathroom, because the bathroom is amazing. Every bathroom in that house is like something off of HGTV. I'm dead serious.
But better. But
better, yeah.
Somehow
Totally
better. Because they weren't getting their from like Lowe's. There was like, I'm sure, an imported tile from South America that some old woman with only 3 fingers made.
Half of that house was from Morocco.
Morocco is a big inspiration for them.
It was amazing. So it had great lighting. So we put her in the bathtub, put a towel on her head, and
Get in the bathtub.
Like did some cute getting ready shots.
Then was the next thing we took her up and I touched up her hair.
Yes. Yep. Hair.
Yeah, so I ended up touching up her hair, which I'm totally fine with. I've done this for models before. I feel like I know it's not like the wedding planner's job, but in my mind, the wedding planner's job is to make sure that it looks good and that goes off without a hitch. And if a model's hair needs to be crimped like I did yesterday, absolutely. And I thought it looked amazing.
She had great hair.
She had great hair.
Great hair.
She was so stunning. Then after that, we got her in the dress and we did a couple bridal portraits.
We got her in the first dress number 1.
Yeah, we got her in dress number 1 from Love Me Some Lace. That was just Oh my God, it fit her so well. We didn't even have to use the clamps that the shop had given me to get her to fit into it. She just fit
Yeah, she fit into both perfectly.
perfectly. So we did some shots in that dress. Then we got her into another dress. Where was that other dress from? The silky one.
I'm not sure, but maybe we should reach out and ask in case we need to tag somebody. But I just know Coco had it, and she had been sitting on it for a while, from my understanding.
Oh, okay. It was
So,
beautiful.
so it was like there waiting to be used, begging to be used, and so yesterday it just worked out.
Yeah. And it was also super muddy on the ground, and we just didn't want to use that dress as that is a loner. Oh, you know what that wedding dress was purchased for?
What?
It was purchased for Coco's daughter's wedding. It's Chi Chi's.
Stop it! I was like, Coco has a daughter. How old is she?
Well, I think she's like a 4-year-old Pomeranian.
Chi Chi, shut up! Oh my god. Okay.
I love Chi Chi. So the entire event, I was walking around with my giant sunglasses and a Pomeranian under my arm, bossing
Yeah.
people around what to do. Honestly, I think I peaked.
I was showing my mom pictures. She's like, "Whose dog is that?" I was like, "That's Chi Chi."
Yeah. And then we did some couple portraits. We had this amazingly tall, handsome male model that had flown in from New York that morning. Uh, he was working on hour 40 without sleep, he told me. And he did amazing
Yeah.
for honestly how much, like just getting off a plane and from not having sleep. He was so calm and so patient and really, really a great model.
Very easy to work with.
Is now an appropriate time to talk about the boyfriend? So we had a little bit of a poly situation going on. We had a model bride, we had a model groom, and the model bride's boyfriend was attending. And I had spoken to him earlier that day, and he had great energy. I really was under the assumption that he was just there to be a part of it and to support the model bride that was his girlfriend and whatever. And then something happened. Like I walked up to him right before the ceremony at 6 p.m. because I had asked him, I was like, hey, like any chance you want to officiate? Just because we never got an officiant and I was planning on doing it. And it would be kind of cool, like if we had somebody else doing it so that I could use the pictures that didn't show me officiating because I feel like that's not what people really want to see. And I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, buddy, like, you ready? And he's like, I'm not really feeling it. And I was like, are you serious?
You
And
literally
he was
said
like,
that.
yes, because I really thought he was joking.
We all did. We were just like, haha. And then he was like, yeah, I'm serious. And then we were like, oh, they
I
just
should have
kind
told him at that point, like, oh, great. Like, well, your meal will be $55. You can
of,
pay me in cash or Venmo.
yeah, oh my God, you should have. You really should have. That
Like,
would
then
have
you
been
can
perfect.
get lost, you piece of You are here to support your girlfriend, and you should be appreciative and thankful and do everything that I ask.
I do not think he was there to support her. I think he was there to make sure she didn't do anything she wasn't supposed to do in his eyes. I felt so sorry for her. I'm probably going to cut this. I don't know. I don't want to hurt her feelings because she was such a sweet girl, but
That's why I'm thinking you shouldn't cut it so that people know that it's not okay to tolerate that kind of in a relationship. If your boyfriend is making you feel like and is making everybody else visibly upset because of his presence, then that's not okay.
it was just odd because it was a job.
It was a
And
job.
and just to clarify to the people who are listening, that the three of you that are listening that don't understand what we're talking about,
Hi, Jim.
she was the model bride and the groom, there were strangers. They met for the first time there.
Yeah.
We never ever asked them to cross any boundaries. We never asked them to kiss. We never even asked them to hug, really. But when you accept a job and you're getting paid for a job where the expectations are that you are someone else's wife, I think it's kind of obvious that you're going to have to be acting because it's basically like being an actor
Yes.
as someone else's bride. And this guy was just upset that first of all, she never should have accepted the job if she knew that he wasn't going to be okay with it and she was going to have to bring him along. It was just uncomfortable, and I think there are definitely some I don't want to out anybody's relationship because I just don't know if I want to leave this because people can go and see her, and find her, and I just feel sorry for her. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what my husband would have done if, like, I was that model bride. And that would be he would be on the sidelines holding my liquid IV, holding my phone, and holding my lipstick, saying, "You got this, babe. You look
Yeah,
amazing.
mine
You're doing
too.
so good."
Mine too. I totally agree. I just can't. It was just very uncomfortable, and I really hope that relationship works itself out. You know.
So,
Have
you wanna know the best compliment that I received this morning?
guess what?
Was from my good friend, Gay Megan, and she said, "Last night felt like I was on Vanderpump Villa."
Are you
Yeah,
serious? I feel
yeah,
that way too. I thought it was that successful of an event. I really
yeah.
did.
Oh my god. I got so many texts from vendors, from guests, from everybody today saying what an amazing event it was.
Yeah, it
And
was.
I always do this thing where I'm like, "No, no, they're only saying that because X, Y, and Z. They're only saying that because, I have blackmail on them or whatever." No, I really think that these were genuine feelings.
Yes, me too. I got a couple too, and I was very proud to be a part of it. I think it was a very amazing, successful event. Okay, let's keep going.
So, tell us a little bit about what you guys did because I wasn't super involved with the couple portraits that you guys did. Where all did you go? What did you experience? What did you see?
Couples portraits started out tough because it was literally pouring the rain for
It
like
was it
two
was the rain
hours.
was the pouring.
Yeah, the rain was tough. And thankfully, it cleared up and was such a beautiful evening. But up until that point, I struggled because I can, I don't mind to work indoors, but my creative juices really flow outdoors, especially because I'm a film photographer and film is a natural light situation most of the time. I mean, it can be flash, but I don't want it all to be that way, you know? So I
Right.
was like really dying to get outside and really dying for the rain to clear up. So it finally cleared up. We hit up a couple different places. We hit up the downstairs patio, which was gorgeous. Love it there. And during like late spring, early summer, they have blue hydrangeas down there that are just absolutely incredible. Like to me is the selling point of that venue are those blue hydrangeas. I kid you not. But then we hit up the little garden, which was super cute, gorgeous. Love that area. We went to the ceremony spot because the floral arches were up at that point. We wanted to get some of just them without guests there. And we went to the front of the house as well.
The
I think
front of
that's
the house was so pretty. I saw you guys taking shots out there. It was so pretty. And it was lightly drizzling. I didn't think it was raining that bad at that point, right?
yeah, we pretty much worked in the drizzle pretty much until the event started. So like the 3 hours we had scheduled for portraits, it was basically raining the entire time.
Also, just think about it. You were doing portraits for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's why I was like, let's take a snack break. You're like, no, we don't have time for a snack break. I'm like, we've been doing this for 3 hours.
Well, I wonder who made that timeline. She sounds like such a
Oh, but it was fun. I enjoyed the freedom of getting to take my time and, you know, I didn't feel rushed. I could go sit on the toilet and just chill for a second. I could eat a granola bar. I could call my mom. I could do whatever I wanted. And it was flexible because it was not real. So that's always great.
We also had downtime because of the weather, I think.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we definitely did.
And like my ideal world, we would have gotten everything done and then had a break before guests arrived.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
But
it
I
just
guess it
worked
worked out.
backwards. Yeah. It did work out because I swear, like, as soon as guests started arriving, the clouds just opened up and the sun came out. And it was so beautiful. The most gorgeous sunset. The mountains were showing off. I just thought it was like so amazing.
It was meant to be that way. And honestly, everybody else was kind of worried about the weather and worried about it because it said that it was going to rain right at 7 when we were supposed to have this al fresco. Is it al fresco?
Don't know.
You might need to cut that. This
Okay.
outside beautiful dinner. And at 7 p.m., it was beautiful. And even though it was late August in the Carolinas, it was the most comfortable weather ever. I'm telling you, I just have really good luck. And sometimes I just know when not to worry about things or when I can't control things. Wow, therapy has been really good to me.
Stop saying you have good luck. I think that is going to cancel out your good luck.
Okay, I had a hurricane during my wedding
Okay, never mind.
and I still had really good luck then too. I did. I was able to have a wedding.
Anyway, okay, so then after couples portraits, guests started arriving.
Yeah. We had a bar open near the ceremony where people were able to get beer and wine. I also had some cooling towels set out for everybody with a little eucalyptus oil and some little paper fans that people were using. And the towels, I was really thinking like, okay, it'll be nice if people are sweaty and hot, or if it's raining, people can, get the water off of them. I thought it could work both ways.
And it ended up being neither. It was actually a really nice, it wasn't super hot and the rain had stopped. It was just perfect. It was perfect.
So then we got everybody seated near the ceremony site. It was a little muddy and a little wet, but it was, I mean, what are you going to do about it? So we got everybody seated. I ended up officiating the wedding, which was totally fine. And of course, I'm the best speaker ever out there, and I never forget what I'm saying or go off script. And I was actually really proud of myself because typically in situations like this where I'm talking in front of, a group of people that I know, I black out, and I didn't black out this time.
You did great. Honestly, I was super impressed.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You did such a good job. That little head would have not done that good of a job. Yeah, so during the ceremony, instead of like a traditional ceremony, like, do you take so and so? Do you take so and so? Kat read off the vendors list for the night, which was fun. I liked it. I thought that was so fun.
I needed a way to highlight the amazing vendors that put this all together.
I think it was
So
perfect.
I thought that was a good time to do it and kind of tell people what the objective here was, which
I wouldn't change a single thing. I think it just went flawlessly.
the only thing that I was a little disappointed about was a lot of people arrived later than I had expected. I thought people were going to arrive, 5:15, 5:30, so they'd have some time to go explore the venue and check out the basement downstairs. And we had this really awesome mocktail bar set up with my new friend Sam, who does a roll-up herbal bar. And everybody arrived late, so nobody got to go enjoy her spirits.
Yeah, everybody was late except for my brother because I told him 5:30 because I knew he would be late if I didn't tell him 5:30.
Yeah, he was like the first one there, right?
Yeah, I think he was.
And I think Hannah and her friend
Leah.
Hannah and Leah got there early too. They were so much fun. I left before they did last night.
They're awesome, aren't they?
Oh my God, they were so fun.
I love them. They're great.
Mary Grace and her boyfriend Paul were still there too when I left.
Mary Grace is so funny.
Oh my God. She is just like the definition of vivacious.
She is. That's a perfect way to describe her. She is a walking sunshine. I just love her. I was so happy to see her. Like I was up front photographing the bride walking down the aisle and I looked over and like I didn't know she was coming. And I made eye contact with her and she was like waving at me and I was like, "Oh my God, that's my friend." And I was like just so excited to see her because it was unexpected, I guess. I hadn't seen her in a while. So I was very, very happy that she was able to come. And it seems like she had a really good time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Mary Grace has ever had a bad time.
Yeah, that's true.
To be honest, she is the party.
She is the vibe. I totally agree. So
we did our little ceremony and then we invited guests to a little mini cocktail hour so that we could get dinner underway. It wasn't too long. So I think that really the ceremony was over by 6:32 and then we sat down for dinner at 7:10. So people had a little bit to get hungry but weren't overly famished. And then we started with the first chef, and that was Chef Andreas, who was amazing to work with. Considering that this chef is working in a brand new kitchen, he's not with his normal equipment. He's having to be in somebody else's home. I can see those as a lot of stressors. He was so great to work with.
And I just want to shout out Trisha, who is his partner. She's awesome. Love her. I love getting to work with both of them.
Yeah.
I worked with them several times and I only have incredible things. They're on my vendors list. They're top notch, top of the line. Like if you want best of the best, I know that I can send my clients to him and they are in great hands. And now after working with Christian, I feel the same way about him. I just personally hadn't worked with him until last night, but I feel the exact same way about him.
And so last night we had two chefs. We had the first chef, Chef Andreas out of Asheville, do his 4 courses. And so his 4 courses were handmade bread. I think it was a sourdough. Then it was melon and tomato salad and a salmon dish and a risotto, I
Hmm.
believe, were his
Yes.
4 dishes. So then we cleared that and we brought out Chef Christian's dinner. So we had 2 dinners for these guests. It was really cool. The second dinner from Chef Christian was the French potatoes, pop, popple,
I don't know.
poopy,
Definitely not that one.
peripheral,
Probably not that one either.
something. You can Google it. And this delicious steak. Oh my God. The steak was incredible. The steak dish, I don't think I'm ever going to get over.
I did not have it, but I heard it was incredible.
Then we cleared that and we brought out the dessert that was courtesy of Chef Andreas. And it was, oh my God, it was so good.
So good.
Yeah. And everything, they immediately were able to tell me like what the allergies were because I did have some people there that were vegetarian, gluten-free, dairy-free, and they were really awesome about communicating that to me as well as my team that were serving the food about what was in it, which was really nice. Everybody just communicated well. Both chefs ended up working really, really well. I was concerned about that, and they had a really, really good group. So I
Yeah,
was
they did.
super, super thrilled with dinner.
I just did want to mention that I don't want to forget that Christian actually smoked and grilled his food outside on the fires
Yes,
in front of everyone. So that was really neat. I loved that.
I love an interactive eating experience.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
It feels very fresh. It was very fresh.
The photos, we got some good photos of that. I'm super excited to share those.
Good, 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 good. I also loved how many vegetarian options there were.
Yeah,
My vegetarian friend was full.
I don't eat steak, and I was so full.
Yeah, that was awesome. We had a fabulous dinner, and it was fast.
Oh yeah,
I didn't want people sitting out there for more than an hour.
that to me was the most impressive thing.
Yeah,
To serve 40 people that quickly. And if you're like, for those of you who have never been in the atmosphere of a chef working and cooking, like a professional chef, being in that room with them, because we were photographing them, they are so, I don't even know how to describe it. They're just in this zone that is just so intense, and they take their work so seriously, and you can really see their passion for their work as they're working. And it's just something, it's a sight. It's a sight to see because I respect them so much more being able to get to see how they work. And they just did, both of them were just, I told somebody last night while we were there, because it's hard to photograph chefs. They do a lot of running through the kitchen. And I'm
yeah,
like, there is only one vendor that I like to stay the out of the way for, and it's the chefs.
yep.
That's the one person that I don't get in the way of.
Also, as a planner, when I'm working with a chef, I'm expecting them to be bitchy.
Yeah.
I'm going into that like treading very lightly, just because of my previous experience with the majority of chefs. They're
Yeah.
not nice or accommodating or flexible. And both of these guys and both of their teams were just amazing. I don't know how I got so lucky.
I do want to say I have worked with Chef Andreas a handful of times now. We've never really connected on a personal level until last night, and I've always thought of him as like almost a lieutenant. Like
Mm.
I've only seen this one really strict side of him, and last night Patrick and I were talking on the way home. We were like so happy to see that he was like Patrick said that when he was photographing him, he looked at Patrick and was like, "Hey, yeah, come here, get closer, come here, and let me do this so you can get it." And like he would never do that on a real wedding day. He also got to really enjoy himself and have a good time, and I think it was fun for him. Like
Good.
the pressure of it not being a real wedding and it being vendors and getting to just the same as it was for us. I think he got to have that experience too. So it was really fun to be able to see him like let loose a little bit
Yeah.
and enjoy himself. So I was really happy about that.
Good. Oh, I love to hear that. So moving on from dinner, then we cut the cake from
Wait,
Valhalla Cake.
sorry to interrupt you. We actually missed somebody for dinner. Pineapple Studios.
Oh God. Her name was Jess. She
Yes.
was amazing. I'm
She's
talking about these people as if they passed on 100 years ago.
she was
No.
amazing.
Oh my God. So Toto's cousin is named Jess, and Jess owns Pineapple Studios, and they hand make all of their plates, bowls, dishes, everything for this venue. It was so beautiful.
It's so gorgeous.
It's all she was telling me about it. I overheard her telling someone else. It's all made out of recycled materials too.
Yeah. She said that in her speech.
Oh, was that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And clay, I guess, is what she uses. I don't know the terms, but I think I heard her say that. She's great. And these pieces, they're little art pieces, dude. They are so gorgeous. And so it's just so much talent and hard work and love goes into each of those pieces. I think it's a super amazing perk of booking that venue is getting to use that dishware.
Isn't that funny?
I think
Like,
it's
that's not
amazing.
something that I normally highlight from a venue. It's like, oh my God, but they have the coolest plates.
Yeah, but really they are. I mean, especially if handmade pieces and art is really important to you, which House Boheme is a good fit for you already. But
Right.
the cherry on top is the fact that all of this dishware and was the glassware, any of the glassware?
I'll have to look back at my notes because the glassware already existed.
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked if she made it too, though. And you remember the goblets, the water goblets? I'm sure she made.
I saw those did you see the martini glass she was carrying around?
Holy crap. That was the biggest martini glass I've ever seen. And I
It
loved it.
was so neat though, because it had like little glass ball olives, like hand blown in it. It was so neat. I have pictures of it, so I'll post those somewhere. But
I loved it.
yeah, it was very cool. The whole event was amazing. But yeah,
So then, yeah, thank you for reminding me about Pineapple Studios because I was just blown away with their work.
yeah, me too. So much.
And then after we wrapped up dinner, we did a quick cake cutting with our fake bride and our fake groom. The cake was from Valhalla. I had sent them kind of an inspiration board, excuse me, an inspiration board of what we were looking for. And there just happened to be a cake on the inspiration board. And they're like, we're going to do that. And it was a very ornate design. So I was not expecting it at all. And my husband showed up with the cake and I was like, holy crap, this is stunning.
It
And it
was
really
so
was
good.
going towards that like alternative artistic edge that I was looking for.
It was gorgeous. The detail was incredible.
And I can't believe how quickly they whipped it up.
I didn't get to taste it. Did you?
It was so good.
Oh,
And
I
you
wish I
know who
had taken a piece
finished
home.
it was my brother and his friends. I mean, I don't think there were any crumbs left on the counter.
I have written over here, talk about every vendor in big underlined letters and Quinn and friends.
Oh, my sweet brother. Well, not so sweet. He was good last night. My brother and his friends were helping me last night. They were helping out the venue and they were able to golf cart people up. We just needed like a couple extra hands to execute this wedding day, this big fake wedding day. So they were helping cart people up, just kind of doing like some odd things. And then especially when it came to dinner service, they were helping do the dishes and they were pulling out the food. They did a really, really great job last night. I'm so happy with them and I hope that they got to have fun as
They were so awesome. Well, that was the first time I met Kat's brother, and I just think he is the sweetest thing ever. He is just so into drones. And my husband was like, on our way home, he's like, oh man, I didn't get enough time to talk to Quinn about the drone.
That is so sweet. No, he was so sweet. My mom was texting me, and he was like, "Quinn said that you worked so hard yesterday," and I was like, "But Quinn worked so hard yesterday."
He did. And his friend made sure to keep us fed over at the vendor's table. He was like, do you guys need anything? He brought me a secret dessert because they walked in. Oh, you carried it by. I'm like, oh, I want one of those. And you were like, no, you don't get one. You're a vendor. Remember you saying that?
Yeah,
And he heard you say that and he snuck one over to me.
John.
It was the sweetest thing ever. I was like, you were the sweetest thing. He was just adorable. They were great. And another dinner vendor we might want to mention is the entertainment.
Oh my God, how am I missing these pieces?
Anel and Ben, I think were their names.
Yes,
I know Anel,
they
but I couldn't remember if that was
we're
Ben.
now Instagram. I follow her on Instagram now. Uh,
She had the
so
voice of an
beautiful,
angel.
so talented. So talented. I asked her, I was like, hey, you come up to this area quite a bit. And she was like, yeah, like we tried to. And I'm like, great, I've got some cocktail hours that need your voice.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
And they were the sweetest, nicest couple. They came over to the vendor's table and They were fun to be around. A ceremony and a dinner vendor would be Sun Ra Art,
Yes,
the live painter.
the live painter.
And I'm so excited to see the finished product because she said she wasn't going to be able to finish it last night. She's going to take it home and finish it. And then
Yeah.
they're hanging it downstairs in the speakeasy. Yeah, so
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm excited to see that. We'll have to go back and see it, or Coco will have to send us photos.
Yeah, a little follow-up. The colors she was using were so vibrant and
Yeah,
colorful.
gorgeous. She's very talented. I went to her Instagram today and was very impressed. But
Yeah.
I just want to interrupt this podcast to read this text message that we got from Coco. Have you read it? It says, "I'm headed to the UPS store now to overnight Mary Grace her phone."
No way.
Mary Grace left her phone at the in the speakeasy, I'd say.
Mary Grace Carey.
She's such a hoot. Oh my gosh.
I don't think I've ever loved someone as much as I love Mary Grace.
I know, dude. She's amazing. I love her. We could talk about her forever, but
Yeah.
okay. Oh, should we talk a little bit more about Betsabe?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's the videographer. I feel like I didn't talk enough about her because, and she was like, "Can I be on your podcast?" So we 100% have to have her on the podcast, and so did Allie. Yeah,
You were with her all day, so I kind of want you to talk about the videographer and the content creator, just because I didn't get to spend as much time as you did.
she's on my vendors list and has been for a while. She is hands down the most incredible videographer to work with as a photographer that I have ever been graced with, period. It is a luxury to work with her. I'm just going to gas her up because truly she is just so conscious of her her awareness is incredible, and it's almost like you don't even know she's there. And Alec was the same way. Patrick said on the way home, I was like, "Oh," and we were talking about all the vendors, like, "Oh, and Allie, oh my God." And he was like, "I never even knew she was there. She was so quiet." And that's like, to me, how a content creator should be.
Yes.
Like, it should be hands-off documentary, like whatever is happening is happening. And for video too, but I'm a pretty hands-off photographer, so that's just kind of where I stand anyway. But both of them were so easy to work with. Like, I could actually see myself working with a videographer and a content creator, specifically those two. They gave me the ability to see that working a full wedding with both of those 3 people with cameras what is an easy thing to do. And that's saying a lot because I think a lot of photographers go into this thinking like, "Oh, that's too many people." Like,
I will say it is a lot of people.
It's a lot.
And I kept checking in on you guys, like making sure the vibes were still good.
The vibes were immaculate.
Good.
Immaculate. And we even had a 4th person. Emerson had his camera out.
Yes.
So we even had 4 people there. And I think we worked so well together. I just think it was just wonderful. I have no notes.
Well, and Patrick with the drone, that's 5.
And Patrick had a drone. Yeah. Patrick flew the drone for the first time. We were very happy because we have a wedding next week that we're going to use it for, and we hadn't used it yet. So this fake wedding was like a perfect chance to use it. But I got to say this, the podcast must hear this. Patrick used it during the ceremony, which is not something that we're going to be doing. We're only going to be doing the ending of ceremonies as they're walking out.
Yeah.
Because we don't want it to be a distraction. But he used it during the ceremony because this was obviously a fake ceremony. And somebody in the crowd was like, "Who is flying that tacky drone?"
What?
I didn't tell you that?
No. What?
Yes.
Who said it was tacky? And what is a tacky drone?
I don't know, right? I was like, drones are not tacky. They're expensive as hell.
What is a tacky drone?
Good question. Good question.
Oh my God. You know who that is?
Who? Really? I didn't expect that. Oh my God.
Maybe you didn't say tacky. Are you sure you heard the word tacky?
I believe it was tacky. B and I both heard it. We both looked at each other and she was like, "Did he say tacky?" I'm like, "He said tacky."
I am so surprised that in such a small area, when there was only 20, 30 people,
Yeah.
that he would have said something like that.
I know. It was weird. I was like,
So
Yours
then we
was nice.
closed out the evening in the after party basement lounge that was just, oh, it was so fun. It was so sexy. It was perfect.
And the bartender was Bush Farmhouse, who was also the groom, Troy.
Hmm.
And he could bartend a drink. That's all I'm going to say.
He can come bartend at my house anytime.
You know what? Shout out to Troy, who had every lady there tripping over their own feet. I kid you not. Every woman that I talked to was like, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Someone came up to me, was like, I'm gonna, I'm gonna beep this out. I kid you not. One of the girls that were there, I was like talking to him, like, yeah, he's hot, right? And she's like, yeah, he could right now. And I would be like,
No. Keep it in, girl.
no, I cannot keep that in. My mom listens to this podcast. Oh my
And she
God.
deserves to know that this man could.
I told my mom, like, I met the hottest man ever yesterday. And I'm saying it on business when I say that.
Yeah. Yeah. End of the night went great. It was a dance party that I couldn't keep up with. All of my friends left around 10:30, and then I didn't end up leaving until like 11:30.
Sam's mocktails, absolutely decadent.
I will be dreaming about that spicy drink because I
Oh,
was about to go get myself a Diet Coke, and then I had one of those, and I was like, "Oh, this is even like, how could something be better than a Diet Coke to me on a wedding day?"
I don't know. It was delicious. I had two, and I'm sure they're full of sugar, but I didn't even give a because they tasted like heaven in a cup.
I really don't think it was just sugar, though. I think that it was like very intentional ingredients. It wasn't like she was just putting shit in it so it would taste good.
God, it was delicious. So delicious. And I'm looking back at photos, and that plate of food just looked like it fell right off a cloud out of heaven and onto my plate.
I just I have so many questions about Mary Grace getting her phone shipped via UPS. So to wrap up our recap of the House Boheme slow burn edition of this podcast, tell me your high and your low from yesterday.
Oh, my low was my low was probably seeing that poor girl stuck in a terrible relationship and knowing I have to drive away and just let the world, the universe handle it.
I know.
I hate that for her, really. I do. But my high, God, I don't know. It was all so amazing. I think I have two highs. I loved getting to see my brother and his fiance there
Yeah.
and getting to see them enjoy themselves and socialize because my brother doesn't have like a ton of friends and doesn't get out much. So I think it was like really sweet to see him outside of his element and he just looked so cute and it was adorable. I was sending my mom pics. And my second high is getting to see Chef Andreas in a new light.
Yeah.
Like
That must have been cool.
getting to see him and his real personality shine through last night because he's such a professional, buttoned up guy. So it was nice to see him just super laid back and got to meet his partner and they were great. So that was another one of my highs. Tell me yours.
I'm trying to think of it right now. I had so many highs yesterday between all of my friends being there, all of my people interacting. There's very few experiences in life where you have so many of your different friend groups kind of interacting with one another. Not only like your professional friends, but your friends. And everybody was just mingling. I mean, I'd look over and my friend was talking to my work friend and it was cool. It was a really unique experience. So that was just awesome to see that everybody was getting along. And my brother and his friends were so great to work with. They were taking direction really well. I was really, really happy with them. The chefs were amazing. Every vendor really crushed it yesterday.
Yeah.
I guess my low would be just the weather, but I can't do anything about that. And then the weather was perfect when we needed
Yeah.
it to be.
Turned out perfect. Well, we got to fly the drones and everything because we were thinking, oh, we're not even going to get to fly the drones because the weather was the wind, it was windy and rainy. B and I both were like, we're not going to get to do our drone stuff, which sucks. But it ended up clearing up, just like clouds parted, and it was just so couldn't have asked for anything more beautiful.
I guess
Also,
my low would be when that guy said that your drone was tacky.
oh my god, yeah, that offended me. I'm gonna go cry about it. But also, you mentioned like talking about your friend groups colliding,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to say like that is what weddings are.
Yes. Yeah. The only thing that I can think back to was like at my bridal shower and at my wedding reception when I would look around and so many of my people that had never met one another were getting along and chatting.
Yeah,
It's a very unique experience.
that's like the best one of the best parts about having weddings is getting for your universes to collide and come together. So I think that's really fun that you mentioned that.
And I feel like we invited just the right amount of people.
It was literally perfect.
Yeah.
I
With
would
good
I would not
people.
have changed a thing. Well, maybe one thing.
And you always worry that people are going to be bored or they're not entertained or they're going to leave early or whatever. And there's certain things that you can't change. But yesterday was just perfect.
Yeah.
I want people to take a shot every time I say the word perfect about this event.
Okay, so I do we want to do Jim's Law? Did he have any notes for us?
Let me check. Jim's Law.
The tomorrow's episode hasn't come out yet, so he may not have any notes for us yet, but Patrick had one.
Well, he did love this photo that you shared with me of the hamster being used as a tissue. We'll share it in the Facebook group.
I already
think that
did. I already
You
did,
did
yeah.
yesterday. When you can't use fauna in the bridal bouquet. And he said, yuck, he has been overserved.
That hamster is so cute. I'm about to post it on our Instagram.
Do it.
Oh, yes, I'm going to do it because that is the funny. I was like showing B, I was like, hey, join our Facebook group. I'm like, look, I'm going to post this in it. I showed her that meme and she's like, oh my God, he's so cute. She's like, is there more of those pictures in there?
Yes. It's just a hamster podcast where we exclusively talk about hamsters being involved in.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Okay. So Patrick was like, you need to redo the intro with your mic fixed. Your intro sounds too gainy. So I might redo the intro because he's annoyed by that. But that's the only takeaway that I have. And we'll have a better one for next week because we're recording this before the next episode comes out and nobody's given us their feedback.
Look at us getting ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
That's me, right?
It takes me a week to edit these damn things because we talk so much. All right. And then I have to give out a shout out. I have to do a shout out
I'm waiting.
to my friend Caroline. I second shot for her on Saturday. And she was like talking about the podcast. And I was like, yeah, we have a podcast. She's like, oh my God, I'm so worried. Are you going to talk about me? And I was like, never. I love you. And I'm going to give you a shout out on the next episode. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, and think about it this way. You remember when Taylor Swift was being interviewed like 20 billion years ago? And she was like, well, if boys didn't want me to write songs about them, then they shouldn't do things.
Yeah,
So,
Caroline, you hear that? I have no notes. Nothing negative to say about her. She's an angel. Okay, plus ones. That is the episode. We are so glad that you have listened this far. If you have listened this far, and even if you had to put it in 5x, we're still thankful you're here.
I don't know how somebody could have gotten through listening to this entire thing.
I'm going to fix it. Don't worry.
I'm going to make it somewhat bearable.
I'm going to fix this. It's going to be fine. I think you went great. But anyway, we're excited to have you here as always. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. That's where the fun is. All right. That's that.
All right. We will catch you next time.
See you later, alligator.